Another week has passed since I've had to endure James's company, but this week I've softened the blow by inviting a good friend on. So I'm going to skip saying hi to James because nobody likes him anyway. I'm just kidding. Hi, James. You're going to ignore me now. That's fine. I'll do this without you. And we've got Swoog on again. Hi, Swoog.
Hi, hello, good evening, good afternoon. How are you, gentlemen?
Yes, indeed. We definitely are. And I'm going to keep talking for as long as it takes to stop James from cutting in here. Do you want to say something, James? No? Okay. So if we're just going to recap a little bit, it's been, 6 months since you were last here, Swoog?
I think it was actually 8 months.
8 months? I guessed. So that means you counted, which means
Oh,
you're
no,
a loser.
I did the link in Discord earlier and it popped it up and it said 8 months.
All right, okay.
Yeah, no, I can't remember what I had for breakfast.
I mean, I'd be very surprised. It's nearly 9 o'clock if you can remember what you had for breakfast today. 9 o'clock in the evening, I should
Breakfast
mention.
is whenever you wake up. It can be 9
I made
p.m.
this
it can be
argument with
9
someone
a.m.
today, actually. It's like, because, what was it? I was talking about eating a madras at 8 o'clock in the morning, and they were saying, how can you eat that at this time? It's like, well, it's proportionate to how long you've been awake. And typically I start work at 4 o'clock in the morning. So by 8 o'clock, that's lunchtime, right?
I absolutely agree. Yeah.
James, are you actually there?
Shall I just go get a drink or something?
Yeah,
It's
he's gone.
fine.
He's just like, yeah, all right, you guys carry on. I'm out. Take care.
I feel like I really insulted it. I'm so sorry, James.
Hello, James.
In Swoog's defence, we did have like a 4-month break during that window as well.
We did, and we also had another date pinned down, which was forgotten about. So,
Yeah.
Pete doesn't tell me these things.
Yeah,
having a guest next week. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was. That was a bit of a
I'm
screw
waiting
up.
for the week we both bring a guest at the same time.
Yeah, well, that'd be fun.
I'd be intrigued. Yeah, I'd get a full four-way conversation on the go.
But I've only organised guests twice. Once I spent 4 hours editing it because his audio was fucking shit. It's also his birthday today.
Happy
Just
birthday.
in case you weren't sure who it was.
Yeah.
Who?
So hang on. So
Discord,
if
Happy
he's
Feet.
he's just happy feet, a guy we know. But like, just to clarify, his birthday is on Valentine's Day, so that poor sucker only gets one blowjob a year.
Hey, that's a lucky guy, man.
Well, you can sort of leverage Valentine's Day and your birthday. I mean, there's steak and blowjob day, I suppose. Is that official now? And
What are these days? Do I need to start marking them in my calendars, or
one of them would be your
Blowjob
birthday,
day.
Swoog. So if you need to mark that in your calendar, go ahead.
It's on your driving licence.
Yeah, I lost that. It's
Did you lose it before or after it expired?
after.
Interesting.
Yeah, after.
Well, at least it's not valid now, so no one can. I mean, what would you use someone? Oh, I suppose fake ID. I was thinking, what would you use someone's license for? To buy a car and say you were that person?
Well, I mean,
Licence to buy a car.
Exactly. That's why I
Well-
confused myself.
to get it legally on the road, you need to drive. But yeah, I haven't had a driving
You can own
license.
a car without a
You can
driving
own a
licence.
car without a license, can't you? You can just straight up buy one.
I bought
And
my
then-
first
Well,
car.
provided
Once
you
it's
don't
yours, they're
drive
just like,
it.
right, get it off our lot now, and you're like, well, I can't drive, can I?
But yeah, no, I haven't driven since I moved to Brighton. What was that, like 6-7 years ago? Because there's literally no need to drive in that kind of city. It's such a small city, and the public transport is so cheap and so easy to use. It wasn't worth spending like however many hundreds it was to get like a parking pass in the middle of a city. But yeah, it's been a hell of a long time.
I mean, it's
Well, last time I
city
took
in
public
air
transport.
quotes, isn't it? Like Brighton's more like a large hamlet.
Brighton's absolutely tiny. Like it
What
really
about
is
town,
tiny.
Pete? You missed town.
Well, I went for smaller, large hamlet, small town.
What's a hamlet? Isn't that
Hang on, a hamlet's smaller than a village.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought
Hamlet
Hamlet
is
was
like
Shakespeare. What's
A hamlet, no, a
There's
hamlet's
also a
where,
Shakespeare thing as well.
you know how you're living in the middle of nowhere and your nearest neighbour's like 6.5 miles away.
Yeah,
You're living
yeah.
in a hamlet. That's a hamlet. It's like a collection of houses where you could maybe just about hear your neighbours scream if they stubbed a toe
No,
outside.
If I
at
remember
night.
rightly, a hamlet has to be a collection of houses with a shop.
No.
Otherwise, it is just houses. It has to have a shop to be a hamlet. It has to have a village hall to be a village. It has to have a
A town hall to be a town, and a city hall to be a city.
It's not a town hall. I think it has to have its own independent council.
No, so I've just googled.
And then a city has a cathedral.
I
know that one.
I've cheated. So a hamlet is a small settlement that has no central place of worship and no meeting point. For example, a village hall.
So no meeting point. Does that mean like if somebody in a hamlet said, "Oh, meet me on the corner," then the police turn up and go, "No meeting points."
I've never heard. I've never heard of the term hamlets. I've heard of cities, towns, villages, and then like just farms in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, I've never heard of the term hamlet before.
Well, we taught you something. We taught you a word.
He's already forgotten it.
It's not important to know it. It's only really for insulting people and where they live, isn't it, hamlet? Like,
What?
You don't live in a village, you live in a hamlet.
I mean,
you're
Should be insulted.
What? One of you lives up north and one of you lives down south, don't you? So you can't really insult anyone on where they.
I suppose, yeah, technically you're somewhere in the middle, aren't you? So
Literally,
You're just indecisive.
it's yeah, literally in the middle. If you kind of like put your finger in the middle of the country, it's like Oxfordshire, Midlands sort of area. Whereas before I was in Brighton, that was right on the south coast. Like,
No, Brighton's north.
north. James lives in like southern Portugal or something. It's not worth arguing.
Isn't it like down on the southwest coast? Aren't you like down in the
Isle
old?
of Wight is further north than me.
That's crazy. That's it.
But I'm still in England, just.
Yeah, James, I bet your town has no meeting places. So
It's a city.
it's not.
We have
It's
two cathedrals.
No, they're not cathedrals, James. They're hay bales. I'm sick of this.
says-
Like, just because like,
There is a brown road sign that says Roman Catholic Cathedral after the train station.
I could make one of those signs and stick it in my bedroom. It doesn't make my bedroom a city, does it?
It's official. There's a bishop and everything.
Oh, we all know bishops don't do anything shady.
No, but they live in a cathedral or work in a cathedral. I fixed his car.
You fixed the bishop's car. Was that like are you trying to get a free ticket to heaven? Like
that's it. Free entry into heaven.
Just put a good word in for us, will you?
So I overcharge him. It's fine.
Oh, I suppose the church has enough.
That's a admission to guilt. We'd ignore that. That was satire. We weren't admitting to anything there. We didn't overcharge anyone.
Nobody was overcharged.
As a business, we can charge anyone whatever we want.
That's a good point, actually. Yeah, you can. It's a bit immoral to do so, but you can.
I also I worked on the old Lord Mayor's car.
The old
What? Yeah, I didn't hear that either. What was that?
Lord Mayor.
Lord Mayor.
Mayor? Aren't mayors like? I'm assuming
The
you
only
mean
mayor I'm
mayor.
aware of is the one from the Powerpuff Girls, and he's very small and wears a monocle.
We have a Lord Mayor in Plymouth. I think most cities do.
But you're just making shit up now.
Boris Johnson used to be the mayor of London before he became prime minister and all that shit.
No, I don't dispute that mayors exist. I'm disputing the fact that you live in a place that needs a mayor.
I cannot
It's a city
hear.
of like 250,000.
We've got a northerner and a southerner here, and neither of you are saying mayor correctly. You're saying mayor. Both of you are saying mayor.
Mayor, yeah,
it's a
like
mayor.
nightmare. You've got mayors and nightmares. So one rules during the day.
2/3 of this podcast say mayor. Therefore, we're correct. Majority rules.
How do you spell
Just
that?
confirmation bias. Mayor.
AYOR.
Oh, I'm spelling it MERR, so it's
All I hear is MEH, meh. Lord Mayor.
Lord Mayor. That's going to be my new character for a game where I rule over a kingdom. What's the game called, James? What's the game called?
No, City Skyline.
No, not that one. The Oh my God, Crusader Kings. There we go.
Right there.
I got there eventually.
Victoria.
That one also. I shouldn't do these things so late at night. I'm up for like 18 hours before I sit down and record this, and then all words just leave my body through the anus, I might add, and none of them make any sense.
Are you specifying if we did this earlier in the day, you'd be better? Because
Yeah,
you're still,
actually.
you wouldn't.
Yeah, I would be
I
better.
would most likely.
Nobody
be
would
asleep.
notice except me.
Yeah.
It's only but is it like 0.1% better?
No, it's like twice as good as I am now, but that's not saying much, is it? You know,
Still shit.
it's like if I activate my superpower, I become 10 times stronger than me now. But unfortunately, regular
It's a
me
whole
is
AA
only
battery.
well, the only regular me is only 1/10 of a person. So you know what I mean. Nobody notices.
Burnt myself at work today.
Don't burn yourself at work, James. Is this? Oh, hang on. No, that was last week that you burnt a ring into your skin, wasn't it?
Yeah. I burnt next to it.
Next to the ring. You've got a burn next to your ring, just to clarify.
Yes.
Okay. And what did you do
Can you
this
rub cream
time?
into my ring?
No, James. Not again. No, last time was a total scam. You didn't even pay me. And you made eye contact for the whole lot. It was horrible.
How the hell are we going to make eye contact? Oh, not that ring.
So how does this work around the rest of the world? Does everyone else have like mayors as well, or are they not like?
I don't know.
You've sent me down a rabbit hole here. I've been like googling and
Swoog's not going to sleep tonight.
no, it's
I don't even know. Like, mayor's usually like the figurehead of a council, right?
I believe so, yeah.
to be
so-
the head of a municipal council and act as a chief executive officer of the court. No,
Sorry,
wait.
say that word again.
Shut up.
You were joking, judging us for saying mayor. Municipal, is it a cow?
Wait, how? Do you know what?
Municipal.
Municipal. That's what I said.
Municipal. Yeah.
You saw it municipal.
He was trying to make you feel more at home. He spent too much time around the fields and the cows. Just leave him alone,
I
right?
live in a city.
No, you don't. James.
No,
You live in the arse end of nowhere.
yeah.
Hey, you live more in a village than I do.
Excuse
Yeah.
me. I live in the proud northern village of North Village, North
Top
City.
north.
I live in North City.
Top north
Yeah.
lad.
And I support Northern United, and we.
You still live near Colonnade, don't you?
Yeah,
That is a small village.
it is small. Yeah,
It's
it's
probably a
surprising.
bit bigger from where I grew up. So like, I grew up literally surrounded by fields, cows, sheep, and farmers.
I can see all that
Yeah.
about 10 minutes away because I'm on the edge of the city, but I do live in a city of 250,000 people, so it's not small. It's not big, but it's not small.
I don't know
Yeah.
what the population of my surrounding area is. I could Google it, but I'm not going to because I don't care.
Yeah,
If I'm
I
honest.
end up going down rabbit holes whenever I do that.
It's
If-
too many people to be near you, isn't it, Pete?
Well, I was just going to say, if I Google it, I'll just know exactly how many people I don't want to talk to. You know, it just becomes a problem.
Just add them to the list.
Yeah, I'd have to go through the phone book and add all these names to the list as well of people I don't want to talk to. And do phone books still exist? Is that a
I
thing
was
anymore?
Yes.
They
Yes,
they
do.
do
We
not.
got given one at work the other day.
No, they do not.
Someone came up with a phone book and gave it to us. It was like a local phone book.
How many people
We
do
were
you know
like,
that have a landline anymore? That, well, not just have one, but use one. Like, if someone says, I'll give you my contact number, and if it starts with an area code, you start thinking, what the hell's this?
Well,
You'll be surprised the amount we get at work, but it tends to be from old people.
yeah, because they've still got the landline. Because the vast majority of people now, they have the landline like connection into the house, but it's for the internet. But yeah, nobody uses them anymore.
I had to phone Virgin the other day, and they were like, "Can we have your account number or your phone number, please?" I'm like, "I don't fucking know. I've never connected a phone to it."
Sorry, I
Oh,
missed
didn't-
what you said because you said you had to phone yourself.
Fuck you.
Wow.
Zing, and we're back in action. Oh, my
You're the
stairs are
one.
creaking. Hang on.
Making a podcast on Valentine's Day, so is your relationship going well?
Yeah, it's absolutely fine. You see, now Valentine's Day, I don't know if you're aware of this, is a total scam, James. Okay.
But
Now
it's a scam where you can get chocolate.
I don't give a shit. I'll get chocolate any other time, and I'll tell you why I don't want it on Valentine's Day, even as a
Twice
gift.
as expensive.
Yes, exactly. So when was in Tesco, there was this was a few weeks ago. They usually have flowers near the door. Just grab a bunch of flowers, you know. It's the place where you see men going when they've done something wrong. But there was a bunch of roses, and it was £9 for a bunch of roses. That same bunch of roses, and the build up to Valentine's Day,
20
is
quid,
£30.
Fuck.
Yeah, the same bunch, £30. It's like, no, sorry, I'm not falling for it. It's like if anybody requires a special day for me to tell you I like them, but to be fair, it would be quite an occasion for me to approach someone and tell them I like them. But if anyone requires a special day to tell the partner how much they mean to them, then you're a fucking idiot. I'm sorry. You know, it's like
You never tell me how much you mean to me. I mean to you.
Well,
'Cause if
yeah,
I
no,
told
you
you,
only
then
tell them how much you
truth's
mean
out.
to them when you're in the trouble. That's, yeah, what?
Exactly. Yeah, Valentine's Day is like forgiveness day to me. You're just buying gifts to try and get brownie points. You know what I
But
mean?
yeah, no, I agree. It's, if you need to be at that point, you need to show them every day how much they mean to you. Says the single, lonely guy. But yeah,
Right, before we go any further down the well of Swoogy's depression, I have very important, shocking news, and we need to march on Downing Street about it.
I don't like London, so I'm not coming to Downing Street. You can video me in.
It's not gonna come. It's just gonna be me, isn't it?
It's just going to be, Jay, I'm not leaving the house.
They are stopping Lilt.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
That's ridiculous.
I saw it earlier on the news. That Lilt is coming to the end. They're getting rid of it.
Well, that's fine because Aldi do their own version.
No,
it's
it's not.
barely imperceptibly different.
Maybe,
Which
but
company owns a lilt? Which is that? It's
Coca-Cola, I
not-
think.
No, okay. I didn't read the article. I saw the title. I went, that
I
was
believe
it.
Lilt is a Coca-Cola one.
Yeah, it's a Coca-Cola company.
Yeah. So, but I mean, so what? A tropical flavored soft drink goes
like
out of
Lilt.
production. That's fine.
Lilt goes way back, but yeah, you hardly see it sold anymore. Like
I'm
Rio
sure people like
is...
dodo birds as well, James, but they're gone too. Are you going to march to Downing Street about that?
No, but I don't care about the dodo bird. I do care about the Lilt.
You only care because it's going, James. When was the last time you had a can of Lilt?
At lunch today.
Because you found out it was going, probably.
No. I found out when I got home from work.
Yeah, no.
Serendipity.
I have Lilt at least once a week.
Rio is a far more superior tropical drink
Rio as
anyway.
well. But it's a bit too. Sometimes I want a Lilt, and they're stopping it, and I won't be able to have one anymore.
I will kick up a fuss when they stop Iron Brew.
Lilt goes really well with vanilla vodka.
Iron Brew is
Wouldn't know.
Scottish, so
Yeah. It's one of their only exports as well, so they're not going to stop it, are they?
Swearing is their main export.
I don't think, no, because swearing's everywhere.
Anger.
No, I think, like, I don't know. Have you had haggis?
Bagpipes. I have once. It was okay.
It's not bad, is it? It's not the worst. I expected it to taste like shite, to be honest, because it looks it.
No, I expected it to taste better because everyone raves about it. I had it. I was just like, eh.
what's that? Iron Brew?
No, haggis.
Oh no, don't eat haggis. What's wrong with you weirdos? Why are you eating...
It's not a staple
yeah.
in our diets, don't worry. It's just we tried
Like-
it, that's all.
Haggis is like inside out liver and stomach and shit, isn't it? Whoops.
Yeah, it's like most of a sheep cooked inside its own stomach.
It's disgusting. Why would you eat that?
It wasn't bad.
I'm sorry, but like eating bacon and sausage isn't much different, let's be honest. It's just
Is it-
you're just eating different munched up fleshy parts of an animal, you know, it's not.
It's not cooked in the stomach though.
No, but
I
who
mean,
cares if it is? You know what I mean? Like it's still part of an animal. You're still eating like chunks of flesh of something. Like we're really picky about this sort of thing.
yeah,
and we
I
shouldn't be.
am. I am,
Actually, you
but
know what? Somebody
I eat
kicked off at me.
processed chicken nuggets, so I can't really say shit. So
But it's still like, yeah, exactly. You've got like eyeballs and stuff in that. But it's like, somebody kicked
Beak.
off saying that they didn't want to eat a veggie burger because the stuff comes from the ground. It's like, excuse me, what? What? That's disgusting, is it? Eating a dead animal's fine, but growing something and eating it, what are you talking about? I'm not even going to.
Eating vegetables is bad because you're eating my food's food.
Yeah.
I've always been very bad with fruit and vegetable, like always been very bad with fruit and vegetable, but I've been trying to like mix it into stuff recently, just like chuck it in, as apparently
your,
it is good for you.
You're still using the Hello Fresh boxes.
No, I'm not. I'm not. But I did get a message off of my neighbour in Brighton like 3 weeks ago. He said, just had another Hello Fresh box delivered. I'm just like, oh god.
So you're still paying for it then?
I'm not anymore. No, since that.
Oh, right,
yeah, no,
okay.
it's gone now. But yeah.
What did you just say to the neighbour? You can have it, mate.
There's literally nothing else I can do with it. I didn't know anyone else down in Brighton. I was just like, yeah, Merry Christmas, belated Christmas. Yeah.
It's free food. I wouldn't say no to it. It's one of
It's,
the few things I wouldn't say no to, actually. I say no to absolutely everything in my
If a
life.
random person walking on the street hands you a box of food and says, "Here you go, mate. Would you take it, mate?"
If the box was sealed, I would just walk away and use it, yeah. But if it was just
You
like...
could've sealed the- Well, it's just sellotaped.
Well, I'm going to cook it, aren't I? So anything he's put in it's going to...
It depends
Be
how
fine,
heavy
be
the box
fine.
is and how far away you are from home. That's the main thing for me. If it's literally, if it's heavy and I'm far away from home, I'll be like, nah, keep it. But if it's 2 minutes from my front door, I'll take it. It's fine.
This guy is obviously just doesn't want to take it all the way home for himself because it's too far away. That's why he's offloaded it on me. I know your game, Mr. Strange Man. You just don't want to carry something.
Yeah, literally, it's like, I'm not the strongest man in the world. Mentally, oh no, I'm not very strong mentally either. Physically, no, I'm not good.
Don't worry, I can totally relate to all this. Timekeepingly. James, you were like 3 minutes earlier than him. Don't rub that in his face.
I've been sat here since 6 o'clock waiting for you guys. It's not.
You have a screenshot saying you weren't.
I've been waiting all day. You bloody northerners and southerners. But anyway, gentlemen, how was your start to the year? Christmas and New Year's? Yeah, what have you been up to?
I was in Mexico.
What do you mean you was in Mexico?
I was in Mexico.
Pablo Escobar, what are you doing in freaking Mexico?
Dealing drugs mostly.
Oh.
People trafficking.
No. It's not people trafficking. It's slave trafficking. They're no longer people.
I'm not associating with this conversation.
Yeah, that was pretty grim, actually.
How long was you in Mexico for?
8
Not
days.
long enough. He came back.
Damn.
Is that what I say?
And was that over Christmas or New Year's?
I flew back on New Year's Eve.
Oh, I love it.
Did you experience New Year's Eve more than once on the flight back?
Technically, yeah, but I was asleep.
That's boring.
I don't know how
So you couldn't have a
sleep on
drink at midnight
aeroplanes.
every time. Like, can you just keep the champagne flowing?
I was driving when I landed anyway, so I didn't have any to drink.
You were driving when you... Oh, no, sorry, right, after you landed. Sorry. I got confused. Thought you meant you were flying the plane.
I did want to fly back from Brazil over New Year's with KLM, which is a much better airline to fly Air Mexico, apparently. And every single time you crossed the time zone, they gave you a free drink. And then at Dutch time, Brazilian time, and English time, they gave you a free drink as well.
Wait, is that like an international flight?
Brazil to England, yeah.
Well, shouldn't they be given free drinks anyway? Is that not like a scam?
Free alcoholic drinks.
Yeah.
You don't always get free drinks when you fly.
Did you just ask if Brazil to England was an international flight?
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Every international flight I've done,
That's twice you've made me think I'm having a seizure today.
Well, it's just they give you drinks like when it's a flight that's 7, 8, 9, 10 hours
when
long.
I find long ones, they'll give you soft drinks, and you'll get a free drink with dinner, but not just like a free glass of champagne every.
All right, champagne is different, Elon. Oh, fucking Elon James over here, James Musk.
I don't like champagne or prosecco, so.
Ah, damn.
And I think all alcoholic drinks taste like something died.
Well, yeah, no.
And usually
because I can't
someone's
sleep on
dignity died shortly
aeroplanes,
after.
and the last few times I've been to America, because I can't sleep on aeroplanes. The last time we came back from Florida, I was like, I know, I'll smash a load of wine and pass out. I just ended up getting stupidly drunk, not being able to sleep, and then by the time we landed, I had a hangover. So I went through the whole sweep of things without sleeping, and yeah, just landed.
Challenged
in the
all
UK.
the stewardesses to a fight and stuff like that. It was just...
Well, no, it wasn't even that. I'm not a bad drunk. I'm not an aggressive or mouthy drunk. I was like, I'll just have. But yeah, it was free drinks, and it has been every time I've been to America. But again, I'm not drinking champagne like James.
I think last time I flew KLM, we got free drinks on a long flight.
See, I thought
Depends
KLM
on
was.
the airline you fly.
Yeah, I thought KLM was a more of a European airline.
They fly long distance. They fly a lot of long distance.
Li-
Fly over the world.
Listen to me, man of the world. I've left left my hometown 4 times, and yeah, man of the world.
Same. I go loads of places. I am so well travelled. I've been to... actually, I've been into several countries, but not through choice. It was a child and the family was going on holiday.
It was a family holiday and they forced me to go.
Well, it's not like forced, you know what I mean? I wasn't put at gunpoint, but it basically didn't really have a choice, you know what I mean? We've paid for a holiday, we're going on holiday, get excited with holiday. I don't want to go on holiday, but that's not really anything I can do about it. So
what countries have you been to?
I've been to France, and Belgium and Cyprus and Spain. I think I've been to Spain. I have a vague memory of going to Spain. I'll get my mum to confirm that. I don't know.
So Pete's mum actually listens to our podcast for some weird reason.
She likes the sound
My
of my
mother.
voice. We don't talk a lot, so
My
she
mother
likes to hear
too.
my voice.
My mother watches my stream almost every night without saying a word.
Oh.
No, it's not in a good way. It's
She's
yeah.
judging you.
literally.
Yeah.
But yeah, she would listen to this podcast if I told her about it, but I won't tell her about it.
Hi, Spook's mum. You have to tell her now.
Yeah, no, I don't, dude. You really, yeah.
I'll tell her. It's okay.
She's
We've
one
all
of a
got a
kind.
route to her.
Yeah, no,
She's very, very critical of you in a very loving way, actually. Does she give you constructive feedback at the end of your streams? You know, what you could have done better, how to engage your audience, tips, things like that?
No, not whatsoever. She's So I think the last question she asked me, like, because when I have Cam on, like when people come into chat, sometimes I'll just wave. She was like, "I came into chat the other night. I didn't say anything because she hasn't got an account, so she's just like listening. She doesn't type."
Ah, right, okay.
She's like, "You started waving." She's like, "Was you waving at me?" I was like, "No, mother."
I didn't know you were there.
I keep telling her I'll make you an account. She's like, "No, no, no, no." But
Amazon stealing my data.
no, it's not even that. It's just you know that friend that knows too much or says too much about you around people that they shouldn't. Yeah, that's my mother.
What an interesting dynamic.
Yeah.
My lizard just fell off a log. She was just walking up it, just fell off.
Is that your bearded lady?
Dragon.
Oh.
Yes.
Dragon.
Bearded lady. James's date for the evening, actually. She's getting impatient, which is why she's fell off the log.
Supposed to be going to sleep. Her lights turned off.
How long have you had it for?
I got her on the 2nd of January.
So I thought they were quite there need to be multiples, but
No. Solitary.
because my brother, he had bearded dragons. He had 3 of them, but yeah, I
Was
thought
that like Bearded Dragon Fight Club or something?
no, it literally was. That's the thing. They were very, very savage towards each other.
Yeah, it's because they're not supposed to be housed together.
No, it wasn't so much that. It was more the mating side of things.
Oh, good God.
Yeah, the intimacy side of things, which wasn't so intimate.
Sex.
Yeah, well, yeah.
We didn't want to say it, James.
But yeah, they're quite big as well. They are quite big.
Mine's not at the minute. She's little.
How?
She's only 5 months old.
Oh, oh, it's a proper baby then.
I didn't know they sold them in Lidl.
Hey,
Shut up, Pete.
I'm sorry.
but yeah, I'd love to get something like that. But they are a lot of work and they do stink.
I was just going to say, before you
and-
consider pets, can you please learn to look after yourself?
No, that's why. Literally, I've never had a pet. That's literally why. It's the same reason I don't have kids. It's the same reason I don't have pets.
I think the ideal pet for you would be like a guide dog. You know, one really smart animal that can basically look after itself.
I honestly, I would love something like a turtle or a tortoise, just sitting in the corner, just chilling, just slow, easy. But
Turtles are not as slow as people say. Have you seen them buggers?
dude, I've heard the story of the tortoise and the hare. I know.
Let's settle down, Mr. Nursery Rhyme over here. Turtles are nowhere near as slow as people make out. You know what I mean? And hares are terribly distracted by lots of things. I think the tortoise would win the race anyway. Tortoise.
Tortoise does win
How
the race.
northern was that? No, I know, but I'm saying it would win anyway without any reason to be surprised about it.
You mean tortoise, not tortoise.
Yeah, I called myself on it already. You know, listen here, you little shit.
Mare,
To invite a guest on it.
the mare tortoise. Mare.
Looks like the third member at this point. He's not really a guest
Mare
anymore. He just turns up every
tortoise.
now and again. Anyway, back to 3 conversations ago. What countries have you been, Swoog?
He's not allowed in 2 anymore.
No, to 237 I'm not allowed in. Dude, Jesus.
It's just grown.
Yeah, so America. So I've been to Colorado, Chicago, Florida, Spain, Tenerife, Cyprus, Turkey, and Germany, obviously.
Obviously, Germany, yeah.
Was it to see the lawyer?
No, it was not to see the lawyer.
No, it's to
Don't talk about. We don't talk about it, James. It's okay.
No, no,
It's
no.
okay.
It's where my
There'll be
ex-fiance used to live. But yeah, I used to go to Germany a lot um, before all the lockdown and blah, 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 blah. But yeah, I used to go over there a lot. That's Germany's the most frequented country I've been to. And
and incidentally one of the ones he's not allowed back to because of that reason.
I honestly, I love Germany. The trains are on time. Dude, literally, the amount of times I was just like, oh no, it's fine. It's like, no, no, no. But the trains were always on time. Like in the UK, you haven't got to worry too much. But yeah, they're always on time and they're gone. Yeah. Donuts, best donuts I've ever had. Actually, no, best donuts are now. Oh, I've been to
Sorry,
Hungary.
you're saying just to draw this back a little bit. You're saying the trains are always on time, and that's the problem because you run late a lot, yeah?
Well, I mean, yeah, actually, no, yeah, it's.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but they're prompt. They're prompt.
You know
but,
what? This is a problem thing. When things happen as they're supposed to happen, that's a problem. Because like I live quite a messy life. I'm not very organised, stuff like that. You see, Charlotte cleaned my computer desk, and she said to me, "It's for when you make your videos." Said when you write your notes, doing your script. Said you got a clean workspace so you can work better. But now I can't fucking find anything.
Yeah, yeah. It's like when you
James,
put
my useless disc of season 6 of Everybody Loves Raymond is no longer here. I just
Imagine if she'd left that on the desk for you, cleaned everything else.
it's my muse, James. That's how I write my scripts. I look at the disc and I realise that things could
much
be
you love
worse. You know what? Everybody Loves Raymond is one of the best shows ever made.
Never seen it.
You're not missing
I don't
out,
even
mate.
care. I don't even care. It's just a throwaway sitcom, but I love it.
It's American, isn't it?
It is American, yeah. It's like Friends type stuff, but happy families rather than everybody's young and single. Well, single. Oh, here we go. Sorry, I'm saying the trigger words here. I've been given a list of words not to say because they make you cry, and I'm totally ignoring it.
Oh.
No, come on,
Give
right?
us this
Let's. It's okay. Don't worry. It's like people. A lot of people are going to be feeling this way on Valentine's Day because they don't have.
Oh
Something
no!
to
Oh
show,
yeah!
but,
No, I'm purely only joking. Sorry.
No, I know
please
you are,
ignore me.
but people will genuinely feel that way. There's a lot of pressure on people to have a certain thing on a certain day, and I think it's all total wank. Now, it's like, and I extend that to other things as well, like Christmas. Like, there's so much pressure to have everything ready and done and settled on Christmas Day, and you could do it any time of year. Just the 14th of March. Screw it. Just the 14th of March. Have a roast dinner. Invite all your family round. Who cares?
Yeah.
Stop putting so much pressure
Hang
on
on,
you.
that's a very important day, the 14th of March.
But the thing is, it's
Sure, it
it's,
is, James.
That is Steak and Blowjob Day.
Is it actually?
Steak and Blowjob Day is the 14th of March.
Right. Okay. So I changed my 26th of March.
However,
very important day you just named.
to wrap that back round, at the end of the day, I totally agree with you. But it's not about the adults, is it? It's not about how we feel. It's the kids.
But you can make it special
Touch
for
kids
the
on
kids as
Valentine's
well.
Day.
You got to
Whoa,
think.
whoa, whoa.
Jane,
What about
nobody
the
said that.
kids?
No, I know, but
It's-
you can make it special for the kids any day. Like you would feel as a child. Think back to when you were young. I know it's a long time ago for us all now, but if someone just gave you a bunch of gifts, it doesn't matter what day it is. You're just like, hell yeah. Do you know what I mean? And if all your family was around, just having a good time, hell yeah. Who cares what day it is?
I do agree, but yeah, it's the kids side of things, isn't it? You got to
You
think of
for
the kids.
Christmas isn't just the one day, is it?
No, Christmas is
No.
like 3 weeks.
It's more than that. For God's sake, especially when you work in like,
Retail.
yeah, that bit.
That's the word you're looking for.
Sorry, yeah, the words are difficult. But yeah, it's like we started playing Christmas music at work on the 15th of November, and I was just like, which is when I first heard it, I thought, oh, I'm in Christmassy mood now. But by the time it was like 30 days later and still 2 weeks away from Christmas, I was like, I'm done with it now.
I've been very grinchy with Christmas for many years, but I say many years, the vast majority of my life. But yeah, I don't know. It's for kids, man. Remember when you were a kid and you woke up early to unwrap your presents under the tree, and like you can't really do that the rest of the year. And
I'll be honest, I don't
I
remember
fully
being a
agree
kid.
with you, Pete. I do fully agree with you. It's was it Valentine's was created by Hallmark, the card people. Who were they?
Yeah.
Christmas is just scammies. What else? Easter is something about celebrating Jesus rising from
Well-
the dead, but it's a chocolate bunny that lays eggs or some shit.
Actually, the most important holiday in the world is coming up in 7 days today.
What's that? Pancake Day.
Pancake Day.
But yeah, there we go. I had to think about that very hard. But then,
So-
what would
I like-
James find
I like
important?
pancakes.
Food.
Do you know the story behind Pancake Day?
It's something to do with Christianity and using up all the food in your cupboard for Lent and all that lot. But I like pancakes.
What sort of pancakes?
Crispy duck
Last time I had
pancakes with oyster
Yeah, we-
sauce.
Last time I had pancakes, which was like 2 weeks ago, I had maple syrup and squirty cream.
So,
And banana.
are you talking crepes or pancakes? So crepe day.
Crepes aren't pancakes, James.
Yeah,
Something
no,
about that.
I've had this argument on my stream.
They're just not pancakes. are they?
American pancakes are just they're like pieces of Yorkshire bread that are flat. It's Yorkshire.
American pancakes are too thick and stodgy.
Mm.
Crepes go hard.
But our
I don't know why I
pancakes are
keep saying
crepes.
that. I can't stop saying that anymore.
Yeah,
You're a bit
crepes are
old for that,
French.
James.
I know. We started ironically at work, and it's now just become part of my.
But
vocabulary.
Shrove Tuesday, I think it is, or Shrove. Yeah,
So
it's
Tuesday. It's the last day before Lent, which starts on Ash Wednesday, so it's to use all the stuff.
How do you know this stuff, dude? That's such useless
I used to go to church
information.
all the time. I used to get dragged there when I was little.
What a waste of time. Well, all these holidays, though, are literally just used as fuel to feed the consumerism. Like, you know,
Oh, it's just to sell
it's
stuff,
Just a
dude.
drive. Yeah, it's just a drive
If
sales.
you're feeding me pancakes, I'm okay with that.
That's and again, some people are too busy on like Valentine, not just Valentine's, or they're too busy in life to where
You know what? Right.
they're more
so,
focused. I'm not trying to justify, but sometimes you know
no, it's
that
okay.
one day a year.
yeah, I get that. You know, sometimes it's important. Not sometimes. It's always important to set time aside for your loved ones. You know, you can get
Yeah.
wrapped up in stuff like that, and sometimes having a day like Valentine's Day that's on everybody's calendar can help
Yeah.
you schedule that. But to that, I would just say just be a bit more attentive to your life. But
Just
And that's
be a
good
better
coming from me.
partner.
Yeah, be a
no,
better
no,
partner.
it's just
Yeah.
be a better. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Things
But then-
like,
so-
me and my,
oh, go on, James.
obviously, me and my ex, the way we used to do Valentine's Day, was the day when, once we got back from work,
You and your what? Sorry.
ex.
Okay.
But we make sure it's a day where we don't go on our phones, we don't watch TV and all that lot. We have an evening just to ourselves, sort of thing.
How did that work out?
Fuck off. You want to start this game?
No, Pete's the only one here that's got a wife and kids. Me and Josiah is single. My,
Okay,
my
well,
ex.
right, okay, so when people at work say, what are you doing for Valentine's Day? And I say nothing, they go, oh, you're not even going for a meal? No, and I'll tell you why I'm not going for a fucking meal on Valentine's Day. One,
Making a podcast of us.
well, yeah, one, I've got a date with 2 guys. Okay, so let's just scratch that one off there. 2, literally everybody is going to go for a meal. And the only people who are not going to go for a meal are the people who can't get the day off because they have to serve people having the meals. Because of the sheer amount of people that want the day off and the sheer amount of people who want to go for a meal with that day off, that means you're going to go to an overpacked, understaffed restaurant and get a subpar experience, which is going to be too fucking loud, the staff are too stressed to deal with you properly, and the prices have gone up as well. So no, I'm not going for a fucking meal because I'm not a fucking idiot.
All right, so just for anyone listening, just make sure to cherish your loved ones, and if you want to go for a meal, it could be nice. It could be.
We're
nice.
going on Friday. All right, we're going to go on
As
Friday.
it happens,
And everything will be
I've just got Facebook open on my other screen at the minute, and Pete's partner has just put on Facebook, Valentine's Day my arse.
Yeah, because that's how we feel about it. Valentine's Day, my ass. That's just genuinely how we
They
feel
may
about it.
well be perfectly set for each other.
Is this like a what do you call it? A innuendo? Valentine's Day.
Yeah,
I'll inform you after the podcast.
back to the mustache again.
Oh, good God. Yes, I do have an appointment. No, that's for later.
But yeah, no, I
The best
agree.
thing with that, though, sorry, the mustache bit wasn't in the podcast. Everyone else is now really confused, but we're not.
Oh, was it not?
What were you going to say, Swoog?
Oh no! I was just gonna say I'm in agreement with Pete. Like, if you just show that affection every day. I know it's not as always easy enough to do that, but again, Valentine's Day is a good time. It's a good excuse for people that aren't in a relationship as well to reach out to people and kind of give them the little, ooh, I like you. I'm
Yeah,
interested
actually, you
in
know what?
you."
I agree with it more for people who are single than people who are in relationships. Like, if you are in an established relationship, you don't need that special day to express that love. You don't need
Yeah.
a special day to make someone feel special
Yeah.
because you are in an established relationship. You should be doing that anyway. That's the point of being in a relationship. No, not the point, but a big part of it.
Yeah.
Whereas people who are not already in that established relationship, yes, you can use that day to build up the courage to make a pass or, say the words, send a card, invite someone out somewhere. And that's what it should be for. It shouldn't be full of people who just go, people who've been together for 15 years and haven't said a word for the past 6 to each other to then go out for a meal and just sort of sit in silence in an overcrowded restaurant, not enjoying themselves.
It's
a pretty grim picture I'm painting, isn't it? I'm
no,
very
it's
happy
not a
in my
pretty grim
relationship. Let's just
picture.
point
No,
it
no,
out.
it's not a grim picture. That's a lot of relationships you see, man. And again, it's because people try and stick together, whether it be for kids or just ease or just like. But yeah, it's routine. It's yeah. Listen to the single guy again talking about people in relationships.
No, but you're not wrong. No, people
So
do stay
I
together
should
for
use-
stupid reasons.
Yeah.
I should use today to ask someone I'm attracted to out. Is that what you're saying?
Not ask them out, but it like either send them a
Put it
card
in
or just no.
Oh, fine. Okay.
But answer Swoog, it's a trap. Last time you invited me, I don't have time for the story.
I'm still
That's
hurting.
I made some lovely dinner tonight, and you can't have any now.
But yeah, no. To be honest with you, it should be the same any time as well. It's in this day and age, a lot of people they've got the horse blinkers on, or it's not as what do you say, community friendly, neighbourly anymore. People aren't as interactive. There aren't that, just the base small talk conversations with your neighbours or people out on the street. I remember back in the day, back when I was
I
younger.
talked to my neighbours.
But
One of them.
it
Keep
is
asking you to stop.
well, it is.
As it happens, we both get home from work at about the same time.
Oh, so you
So
just
it's
did
like, "Yeah,
the
you're right."
hello. But yeah, no,
Well,
it's
like,
kind
the
of
other day we
like
chatted
when
for
you
like 10
just interact with people and just smile at people on the street and stuff. People just don't seem to do that anymore. Everyone's in a rush. They got their routine. They got their jobs.
Everyone's
they got their life.
afraid.
He doesn't do that because he doesn't like people.
No,
Oh,
I don't like people. I'm not rude to people though, except you.
I agree though. It's I don't particularly like people. I don't particularly like anyone, to be honest with you. But the people I do like.
Liking people and respecting people are very different, though. I don't
Yeah.
like people, but I will treat everybody with the same base level of respect.
But
With
base
the exception
humanity.
of James, of course.
See, but you say afraid and stuff. I have a story on that actually. What happened tonight? As I was picking up food for the lizard.
Okay.
I parked up at there's like a shopping area and stuff where the pet shop is,
Hmm.
and
The
I
pet
was-
shop.
yeah,
Oh, food for your. Oh, okay. Yeah.
I wasn't getting food for me.
Yeah, I was
I
just
didn't-
like, I needed some food, so I parked up outside the pet shop. Wait,
Picks up a
what?
bushel of guinea pigs and just sort of boils them alive.
I don't think guinea pigs come in a bushel.
Actually, I don't know. I'm just making. That one was for Happy that never listens.
Maybe
Yeah.
a pack.
Sorry, continue. Yeah, I got.
Yeah, and so I was sat in the car finishing my cigarette off because you can't go in the shop with a cigarette.
Dirty
there was, like,
smoker.
10 kids in front of me, and I'm like trying to work out what they're doing, and I realised they're trying to set fire to the drain.
Okay.
They've just got a load of paper jammed, and then they're trying to like.
They're trying to set fire to something that it has water. And yeah, sorry.
These guys, the kids, they couldn't have been more than like probably the youngest like 10, maybe the oldest 15. There was a group, there's about 10 of them there. A security guard comes out and says, "Fuck off," basically. 3 of them hold a knife.
That's
Security
Everyone's
guard went-
afraid.
And the security guard was just sort of stopped, and the kids ran away. And I'm like, what? Literally, one of the kids that put a knife couldn't have been more than 12. And I'm like, what? What is going on?
Everyone's
what is
afraid.
bugs?
The kids are afraid. They think they need to fight. Everyone's afraid.
it's not
There's
even
just
that.
some sort of
it's-
anxiety going on, widespread.
I'm not a fan of things like that in that aspect, because the thing is, like back in our day, it was you respect your elders. These days, you can easily turn around and some teenage kid can just stab you for being a
Yeah.
wide boy kid. It's back in the day.
You to stop setting things on fire.
Yeah, Yeah, and like back in the day, again, you respect your elders, all the kids run away. This day and age, you got to worry that someone's going to turn around and shank you, or like, yeah,
I don't think even respect your elders needs to be re-established. As isn't just respect other people. Just needs to be.
Just even more simple than that. Stop carrying knives, you cunts.
Oh no, the thing is, you've got to carry knives and guns. I'm satire. I'm totally not. Sorry, I just have to clarify.
I used to carry a fork around in my jacket, but that was just because you
That's 'cause
never know when you
that's
run
'cause you
into
were
a stray
hungry.
pot noodle. You know what I mean? Like, there are plenty of times when you might
I
be
mean,
about
if
to
you
eat
had
and
it-
you don't know.
If you found a pot noodle randomly in the wild, or someone gave you and you didn't have a fork, you could drink it.
A
It's the
wild
one food
pot
you can
noodle.
get- It's the one food you can get away with.
It was
not
just an
having a fork
example.
with.
It was an example, and
was a
besides,
terrible example.
well, it's not a terrible example because forks and pot noodles are very much associated because there's a picture of a fork on the fucking pot noodle. So lick my ring.
Yeah, but you could get away with not having it.
You could, yeah.
What I will say, and just to wrap that topic up, is the best way to deal with violence or any that angry people that are gonna just try and diffuse it. Just like never engage in like it's
The escalation. You
Yeah,
don't match
yeah.
the energy of the aggressor.
exactly the best way to
bring it
deal with a
down.
fight is not fighting or running. Like
What I did was reach my phone to start dialing the police, and the kids ran off. I
Oh.
asked if he's okay, and when I saw the security guy, I said, "You all right, mate?" And he went, yeah, and he took my name and number, and he said he's going to phone the police.
oh, I would have started like kicking them in the back of the head when they weren't looking. Fuck them, little shits.
I'd have
But
got stabbed.
No, you said there was 3 of them with a knife.
Yeah.
Out of the 10 kids. You hit the one with the knife first. You sound.
Yeah, you hit the one with a knife. The other one turns around, and looks. Do you know what? I'm not going to tell you.
You've watched too many kung fu films the last couple of days, Swoop.
I
think you need to
really
settle
have.
it down.
What's going to happen is I'm going to get out of the car, walk towards them, not pay attention, get hit by a car as I cross the road.
Yeah.
Whereas Swoog just throws a football in the air and then does a sick bicycle kick and it just like takes the head of one of them clean off or something like that.
Liu Kang flying kick. But
Hell
yeah.
yeah.
To be honest, let's face it, with the messed up way that the world is these days, if you weren't and did that, you'd then get arrested for assault.
Is the world more messed up now, or do we just hear about it more?
The world is, because we've got access to everything and everything is so, it's probably just as mess as it always was, but we can just
Yeah,
see
but
it
you hear
more
about
now.
it quicker. That's what I think.
Yeah.
It is slightly more messed up, but not as much as it made out because we hear about it more, if that makes sense. I think it's a bit of both.
Actually,
my opinion.
there's a chance it could be less messed up because you can also sort of like people can rally together against a cause as well much quicker than they used to be able to. So it's difficult to say without having data in front of you to look, but because of all these things that you
crime
would
is on the
never have
rise.
heard of, knife crime is on the rise. Okay.
No, I mean there's more that crimes are more being reported now, or the officers need to get their numbers up by the end of the year so they actually start logging them, whereas back in the day it was like, give them a slap on the wrist, get rid of them, but these days they're targeted, so they've actually got to report, do the paperwork. It's
I do randomly on that. I always like how at police they always catch more people drink driving and all that lot. And it's not because more people are drink driving; it's because they're looking for more of them. It's like, well, why don't you look for them all year round?
because they've got to get their stats up by the end of the year.
Look for them all year round.
KPIs, targeted stats, but yeah, it's
That's how a police force should be run, with KPIs, yeah.
well, that's literally how it is. I
What
mean, it's
KPIs?
any KPIs, key performance indicators. So you need to have X amount of arrests in this area, and yeah, they're targeted per month.
Shit
Things
like
like
that
the
is why I
police
stopped
force.
working for big businesses.
Yeah, things
Like, I
like
work
police
for small
forces and the NHS should not be run on KPIs.
I
That's
mean,
not how you do things. You're not running these things for profit. You're running these things as a public service.
it's only a matter of time, but that's all political. Though. I'm not going down that route.
Yeah, it is very political.
We could go a long way down.
Yeah,
that
I'm
route.
not going down that rabbit hole because yeah.
It's a depressing one.
I mean, it's not a depressing one. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna.
It is a depressing one.
Well, the thing is,
That's why we
alright,
don't go
I
down
would I would cover this one depressing topic for
Here we go.
UK and Americans and whatever. When Americans talk about the UK free healthcare, NHS, etc., it's unsustainable, and it's not going to be with us for long, too much longer, should I say? Not in like any time soon, but it's an unsustainable business model.
It's not a business, that's why.
Well, it will be though because it's going to be private healthcare because it's going to have to get bought out because of COVID and all that shit. What they wrote off like 11 billion worth of debt from the NHS. They just wiped it out
Why is the NHS in debt though?
because
They've still got to buy supplies and stuff. And
Yeah,
pay
Yeah,
staff
but
and all that lot.
that's what no, okay, that's what should be provided for it through taxation with the government. Like that's what we're
Yeah,
paying
but-
tax for.
no, that's to
But
pay for the
problem is
army.
They want to pay off. Yeah, I don't think we even class as an army anymore. We've shrunk it that much. We have a militia.
We don't have a big one. We've very
But something like the NHS should be just run like it's not supposed to make money. It's not somewhere you make savings. That's the
But
healthcare you provide for your citizens. You know what I mean? It's like
it doesn't make money, but it's getting to the point where it's taking so much money that it can't be sustained.
Yeah, and
the
it
amount
is
of
going to
cuts
get
they've made
round
to it,
to.
I don't buy that shit at all. Actually, no.
It's
When MPs just vote for their own pay rise and just fall asleep in Parliament and stuff like that, it's no. I'm sorry, I don't.
But
buy it.
yeah.
The reason it's unsustainable is because of the way it's currently working. It could be reformed and potentially become more sustainable, but
it's not going
yes,
to.
who's that? The other problem is things like if not a company know they're selling to the NHS, they always put the prices up because the NHS just pay it.
Well, yeah. Anyway, let's move off this topic because it's depressing and just political.
I told you it was a
bullshit.
depressing rabbit hole. You said
Well,
it wasn't
no,
depressing.
it is, and I just all I say is take care of yourselves, everyone. Drink enough water, fruit and veg, and sleep, and stay healthy. Stay healthy.
Which of those do you do?
None, but
None, but the NHS is still here, so you don't have to worry about it yet.
dude, yeah, I'm not.
So you're preaching about relationships when you're single. You're preaching about health when you do none of it.
Dude, I'm literally a preacher. That's son of a preacher, man. That's but
Are you really the son of a preacher man?
no.
No, I didn't think so.
I didn't know that.
You're just a man of lies, aren't you, Swoog? You're just here to
It's
lie
not
to
a
us.
man of it's a man
Is your
of
birth name even Swoog?
it is actually, yeah.
First name
He's-
E, second name Swoogie.
No, I
His,
can't
middle
even
name,
think.
his surname's E. His first name's E, and his middle name is Swoog.
Do you know
Just spelled
what?
differently.
I got a message off my friend from Japan. My best friend. He came into chat the other day and stream, and he was sending me some pictures from back in the day of games we used to play together, and I'd totally forgotten some of my login names. But yeah, I don't know where the names came from. I can't remember how I got to Eswoogi either. I know what my old username was before Eswoogi, but I don't want people to know that because then you can
You still
find
use it.
well, it's no, you can't use it. The internet on the
Highly racist.
no, I've never been racist ever. I like shouting at people, but yeah, I've never been nasty in that aspect.
But you shout pigeons as well, don't you?
I used to
Doesn't
shout
shout
at
at
pigeons a
pigeons.
lot before I moved to Brighton.
And then it was seagulls.
Pigeons are fine now. I love pigeons. They're great. Used to hate them.
Seagulls.
Yeah, no, seagulls. Yeah, they burn. Worst thing ever. But yeah, I did used to hate pigeons a lot.
I like pigeons. My granddad used to keep pigeons. I have a
I'm
fondness
just
for them.
thinking of that meme of old man shouts at pigeons, and I'm just seeing Swoog.
That's pretty much what I'm
Come
like
on.
with people in general. I just shout at people.
Old man's a bit of a stretch. He's middle-aged at most.
Well,
Middle-aged, Midlands.
well, my brother said to me not long ago, he was like, you realise that you're what, 34 now? The way you're going, you're not going to live to 68, so you're past middle age. I'm like, you're a twat.
And it's worse because he's right.
Yeah, literally, I sat there, I was just like, yeah, you're right. I was like, yeah, absolutely.
How long
I'm
ago was
amazed
it when
made 30.
I'm trying to think now. What is it, like 2013 or 14 when you started streaming?
It was
2012 maybe?
Actually, I can just type it in chat. 2 seconds. Let me.
Oh, we have a way of measuring this. That's good.
Yeah, no, I can measure it because I got partnered 6 months and 2 days after I started streaming.
Oh, right, okay.
Remember that, but he can't remember to drink water.
Oh no, I drink water, dude. Yeah, I drink water all the time. It's the sleeping bit. There you go. 2015,
2015. All right, okay, so it's a bit... Not as long as I
20th of
thought.
November 2015. So minus 6 months. That'll be 20th of May.
Okay. So, and it wasn't long after that I stumbled into your stream one time, and you were.
8 years.
I mean,
Mhm.
I've been following for a good portion of that now. There's a way I can find out as well, because Twitch lets you do these things. And
He's doing this. If anyone doesn't know, Eswoogi is a Twitch streamer. I will put the link in the description below. You should go check him out. He tends to do speedrunning stuff.
speed running. Can we put that in air quotes?
I
Officially, that's what it
was
is.
gonna say all of that in air quotes. Streamer, air quotes. Speedrunner, air quotes.
You are a streamer.
I'm more of
But
just
that is
a
a
guy
fact.
that hangs out on the internet with people on the
What,
internet.
streaming.
Okay,
I
so
didn't specify good streamer or anything like that. He is a streamer.
as of right now, I've been following for 7 years, 6 months, 7 days, and 7 hours. So 7, 6, 7, 7. Lucky sevens. And you were complaining about your back then. So
Oh, dude, I've had a bad back since I was a kid. Like, yeah.
cat just
I've-
attacked me, for God's sake.
Deserved it.
Did you send the cat after me when I was talking about your back?
So 7 years, 6 months, 7 days. So what month was that? How? Well, it's a 7 year.
God, I'm not a time calculator. This is literally incalculable. Why would you ask me this question?
So yeah, it was a month
Not
before.
incalculable.
A month before. So I'd been streaming for like 5 months when you joined.
Yeah,
Was it an entertaining stream then, Pete?
it was actually. Yeah, it was his first. No, it wasn't his first actually. A few weeks later was his first sub 10-hour run of Final Fantasy VII.
Jesus.
But yeah, exactly right.
What time are you at now?
Not
Who
completed.
cares?
Yeah, we don't finish runs anymore.
What's your best run time now?
Oh, quick.
We don't know.
Was IEP? IEP knows.
Yeah, it's 7.5. Something I don't know. I don't keep track of my
The
PBs.
run's changed so much since
But
then, though. It's
Yeah.
not
like-
the same thing anymore.
So
But
it's over 2 hours quicker than when Pete found you.
Yeah.
it's like I say, it's like there's some of the skips now take out entire portions of the game that were like 15, 20, 30 minutes sometimes. So
Yeah.
But back then, the day I joined the stream, you had just started to do disc 3, and you were on for your personal best, and everybody was getting on the hype train. That was back when people used to care about your actual speedruns, though. You know?
Yeah. That was back when I used to.
That was core content every day,
Every
9:30
time I've
start or
watched
something
you,
like that.
There's almost no comments on the speedrun.
No,
It's just
no
in
one.
the background
Yeah,
waiting.
no, everyone's just we're just talking in chat. So a good friend of mine, a big streamer friend of mine, he's just like, see my stream. He's got a lot of viewers as well. He's like, my stream is based on my gaming and my. But he's just like, you is based on your interactions with chat. He's like, the chat doesn't really care what's going on in game, and you don't really. It's more just about the interactions. I'm like,
If anybody is in Swoog's chat and they're asking about the run, then you is what I can say. It's their first time there. They've just joined.
I'm pretty sure I asked a question once and you told me to fuck off. Luke.
I never tell anyone to fuck off.
It was after we'd met though.
I know, I wouldn't dare tell
I think
anyone
you
to fuck
abused
off.
it. I think you went. Oh, you may not that, but you abused. You were just like, just shut up.
Well, it's
If you
yeah.
ask him about his personal best, then he will tell you shut up because nobody cares.
Nobody knows either. Yeah.
No,
I like. It's curious. I like.
it was he was actually a very, very good runner of the game, but obviously doing
I
something like
was.
that is
Back
doing
in the
something like that
day.
full time, long term. Man, that's
Yeah.
a hell of a grind, you know. And it's like I don't even know how to put it into words. Like, I mean, I've been doing this. Like, this Thursday is my 15-year anniversary of my job, and I do the same. I've been doing the same thing day in day out for 15 years, and but it's just a job, you know. It's like
But
in your
things
respect,
still
you
change
turn-
as well to that aspect, don't they? Like things change in your day-to-day
Yeah,
routine.
you know, yeah.
to,
I work
to
with
an
different
extent.
people. Yeah, I work with different people that things just get a little bit different. You know, things develop, but at the same time, there's always that separation of home job.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So whereas you're at home, you sat in front of a computer. Because when you stop streaming, you're probably just going to sit in front of the computer doing something different, aren't you? So you never
Literally.
move from that spot. and then you turned one of your hobbies into your job, which is also going to be a bit jarring for you, because then when it comes to downtime, like, you'll finish a 10-hour stream and you'll go, right, now that's over, to relax. I do not want to look at this screen.
Yeah, don't want to play computer games. It's
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's it wasn't that long ago actually. I was talking about like some of the mechanics of the game and what goes on in the game and how it's being done. They're like, I never hear you talk like this. I'm like, yes, because I've done it like 13,000 times over the X amount of years. But to be honest with you, the main thing I enjoy about streaming is chat.
Yeah.
Just
And that's what you should be doing it for, really, because that's where you make connections, you have fun, there's back and forth going on, and it's not, and it takes the monotony out of it to some extent as well, because you're keeping up. I mean, we've kept in touch for 7 years, so you're keeping in touch with people for like building long-term connections, which is nice.
It's made some of the closest friends I've ever had through streaming. But yeah, we'll see where the next 8 years is going to take us.
If you're still doing this in 8 years, I'm going to come and unplug your computer for you.
Dude, if I'm still doing this in 8 years, I
Go outside.
I've been outside today. I've done like 5 miles of
Well, that's
exercise.
right, yeah, you've got your exercise challenge with the
Yeah.
community, haven't you? Yeah. Stick that up
So
your
it's still
arse,
stream
James.
related.
Yeah,
Well,
no,
but
it
it's
is
like
literally
community related, but
But a lot of people have got involved. A lot of people are doing it as well, which is it's
it's been good for
motivating.
everybody involved as well, because it's exercise. It's something good to have going as a community,
Well, I've lost a lot of weight as well. I've I think I've done close to 100 miles since the start of the new year.
That's pretty good. And you've got nowhere.
Literally.
That- Oh God, I was thinking about the amount of miles I do driving, and I just don't go anywhere, because it's just like 2 miles there, 2 miles back. It just
Yeah.
doesn't seem like much,
I went
but
to Portsmouth last week. I went somewhere.
Portsmouth, do you even get phone signal down there?
I didn't actually have very good signal. I was there, no. As it happens. But anyway, let's not do a normal Swoog thing and have the podcast be 2 hours longer than it's supposed to be. Let's end it on time for once.
I didn't even see the time. I apologise. Yeah,
We're about right now. It's good.
perfect.
I don't
Sounds
even watch
good.
the time anymore. I just wait for James to say something.
Yeah, no, I honestly I hadn't looked at the time. I had no
I
idea.
am timekeeper.
But yeah,
I just sit and watch the numbers go up because I've got nothing else to stare at on my screen.
we
Or Facebook, which I think are quiet and pay attention to that.
we can do this again soon, dudes. Yeah, I'm sorry that was.
You're always welcome back. You know that.
I look forward to it.
Yeah, if we're in the middle of recording, you just want to jump in and just start interjecting the conversation, you go right ahead. But
Please start your Audacity beforehand.
yeah,
Oh,
make sure you
we-
record it.
Just before we go, we didn't cover the questions in your Discord.
Did we not?
No, we didn't. We had questions. I
Just
forgot. I
real-
didn't remember
real-
seeing them.
Okay,
Real quick.
we can do this. We've got time. Okay, just stand
Speed
by.
round, where are they?
Here we go. Right, okay, you ready?
Right, an AI hologram companion girlfriend, yes or no?
Yes.
No thanks.
Yes. Okay, that's fine.
Oh,
How
but the
many
two single guys say
smoothies?
yes.
That's a good point. How many Eswoogies could you beat in a fight?
Hang on, wait. Is this before or after the exercise challenge started? Because he's a bit more slippery now. Because I'd say about before
We'll go hard. We'll go 2 weeks into the exercise.
2 weeks into the okay, I'd say about 6.
I'd say 0.
You can't fight yourself off.
I can beat myself very well, thank you.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
God, that's for later.
Ooh,
Happy
happy Valentine's Day.
Can James make a microwave burrito so hot that not even God could eat it? Well, God's not real, so no. If Pete was the king
Wow.
of all cosmos, would he accept all kinds of katamaris? Or only the ones composed of refreshers?
I don't know what a katamari is, so I'm going to say
Neither do
I do not accept any kind of katamari until I find out whether or not I can eat it. And only
Well, it
ones
says composed of refreshers.
Well, that's
so I
just going to
assume
say.
you can
So
eat it.
I'll make an exception for anything that's entirely composed of refreshers. So there you go. Yeah.
Questions done.
King of all cosmos. My God, what would that even entail? No, that's way too much trouble. Can I decline the first part? If Pete was king of all cosmos, no, somebody else can do it.
You could just delegate it to other people. There you go.
Yeah, I don't even want that hassle of delegating, because then I'll delegate, then they'll come back
Put me
with
in
a
charge, Pete. It'll be fine. I won't come
Okay,
back.
no, I'm put someone else in charge.
I'll do it.
I just could not do. You know, you see all these when you play games and your character's always the chosen one. My first thought was like, for fuck's sake, well, that's not actually me. There's so much responsibility.
There's
You know what I mean?
yeah.
The fate of the world rests on your shoulders. Oh, for fuck's sake!
Yeah,
We're talking about
really?
wrong place, wrong time.
I've already got enough things to do, dude. Fuck off.
I've got a dentist
Gotta do the
appointment on Wednesday.
washing,
Yeah,
yeah.
I just for God's sake.
Well, yeah. Sorry, I just wanted to make sure we covered those questions.
I'm sure I'd be very pleased that it was an hour into the podcast as
I
well.
honestly, pleasure.
Pleasure.
Oh, is it?
Pleasure was
So,
all
yes.
ours.
People should go on Twitch and find Swoog.
Uh,
I will put a link in the description.
I think that 99% of our audience has found him. Just going to put it out there.
Yeah, well, it's fine. People should also go onto the YouTube and find Pete. His link's in the description as well now. And this is all I do. But I do have a Discord which links in the description. So if you enjoyed it, like, share, subscribe, all that shit. Download it on Spotify. Rate us on Apple Podcasts.
and follow us on TikTok.
We do
And-
have a TikTok.
Oh,
I
do
put
you?
one video
Oh,
on
I
it.
was
I put one
joking.
video on it. I thought this is a great platform to advertise, and I couldn't be asked to do the editing.
Just before we go, James, you did not say the word this week.
Okay, good. Also, we still want someone to edit the podcast for free.
I can do it.
We still want someone to edit the podcast for free.
Someone reliable who can do it consistently every week.
On that
Is it
note,
just me, or
gentlemen,
is Swoog's audio cutting out?
Sorry, I can't hear him.
signal's cutting out. I've gone into a tunnel. Sorry, Swug.
Wait, Pete, what was my word this week? What could I not say?
The word was anticipation.
Yeah, I wasn't going to say that.
No.
I'm not
You
sure I
don't-
can say that.
Oh, well. Municipal. That's next
I
week's
shiver
word.
with anticipation.
Dickhead.
All right. Okay. That's
Gentlemen, yeah. I feel that we've achieved nothing and rambled about nothing. But it was a pleasure as always.
That is the point of the podcast.
Pleasure
Say
as
words
always.
from our mouths. Hey, Diana, thanks for listening. Yes, I remembered. I remembered.
Mackie, your band.
Yep. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye.
Laters.